Wait, which Judas?
Abandon.
Oh, I get the reference. I just understood the reference. Actually, you didn't mean that literally.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no, no. Na traitor ni.
Okay, yeah, you.
Nah, one boy like that we did my school. I do say, me and Rando we train. He was fucking whack. We trained him everything. He got good and everything. Then he left to go and join our rank.
Yo. In
I'm talking
nine,
about
nine,
months
like
of
it's a
training, you
little
know.
now.
I'm talking about years, like
That's
ah
cool.
oh sure. Too long.
Okay, so we're live now, Stu.
Yeah, boy, he has not unmuted us yet. So
Okay.
let me sit up. This is going to be a very hot and interesting match.
Honestly, I have my pure water by my side. Okay, we're in the draft now.
Are we live?
Shinigami. But as usual, I am joined by my two co-hosts here. We have Big Emmy. Big Emmy, say hi to the audience.
Hi guys. uh, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. It's your wonderful host. Yeah, so I'm go. Welcome back to the land of Dawn. And today is a very personal game for two of our hosts, myself included. I mean, we have a Judas on live stream, a Judas that thinks is some anime villain with a redemption arc. But that's not what we're here to do. Sit back, grab your let's get it.
Okay, we are also joined by Black Matter, and just so you know, we hosts remain very neutral and impartial in our commentary. So, Black Matter, go ahead.
Yeah, what's up, guys? How you all doing tonight? So I have no idea what the vendetta is about, but I do consent to remaining neutral in the commentary. But we're already deep into the draft, so I probably want to get straight into that. I don't want to get sidelined here.
Yeah, we're coming into the draft. We're seeing the usual bands. We have a Fovius and a CC band here, as well as a Kalian and Iritel, which is actually surprising to see banned in the first section, on the first phase. What do you think about this Iritel band here, like in the first phase, Emmy?
I think it's a very valid ban, but the thing that I'm paying the most attention to is the Uranus, because we saw what Raiden did with Uranus yesterday, with those that don't know him as Raiden after Lightning yesterday, and I think we can expect the same thing from Super Saiyan, or almost the same kind of gameplay for him. What do you think, Black Matter?
Yeah, honestly, the Uranus was a very problematic pick in the matches yesterday. We saw the German cuts, we saw those dominating, those turret dives, really just shoving that region in their faces. Unfortunately, there wasn't really much of a counter there. So hopefully, they would learn this time around and they'd really give this Super Saiyan a run for his money. I don't know if he wants to be after Lightning, but let's see whether he really pulls it off still.
You know what comes after lightning is thunder, and it's just majorly noise. So I would actually like to see the execution
Okay.
from this side of this El Cartel team. But yeah, you actually have an Xbox versus this Uranus, so they can actually just be infinitely playing with each other, just playing sustained games on lane. But yeah, I would like to see a kind of DPS pick here from Boy in the side of Shinigami, because that's actually what you need when you're going up against the tanky composition like Fredrin and the Uranus.
The power of Leo is within my hands.
What do you think is a viable pick here for a Marksman, Emmy?
Chivalry is dead, and I will revive it.
Uh, well, I think Clint is not really that bad. It is okay. and is a very good counter to 1-1 because 1-1 is very squishy. And in the late game, if Clint is fed, or even if he's not fed, if he has enough items, he can literally three-shot, and that will really inhibit our ability to, to mark our opponents and get off our crossbow of tanks.
Yeah, that is actually very valid there. We don't know that
Yeah, I
Clint.
do agree with what Emmy said because we
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
okay. So Super Saiyan already going to the EX lane though. The rotation from Cheesy and Camiliva here. What do you say about that, Emmy?
Uh, it's the basic rotations, just the Romas giving vision, and then oh wow, we have a fighter in mid.
Yeah, but that's just an early game for Conquest though. With the face crack, Panda low, not willing to commit to that, using the revitalize instead. But the fist win, Conquest. Who push him again with the face crack? Dangerous position, Panda. Needs to get out of there. But we'll get out of there. That was looking so good. Conquest there with the early game aggression. Sky Guy, though, still paused. I think that's a network issue, Emmy. What do you say?
Probably. I think because I'm having a bit of a problem network issue on my end too. But we can see the utility of the Badang and the early game aggressiveness that he puts into the map.
Yeah, early game aggressive. Super Saiyan 2. Sky Guy here poking. But take a look at that jungling area. You can see the early game invade there. Void Hacker, Cheesy, and Conquest trying to push an early one there. Fist crack again from Conquest. But will be hit by the Yan reaction. Void Hacker will get out of there. Panda recalling finally, like he should.
I think we should pay attention to this Kimi actually, because we can see that with the few things that he has done in just the few minutes of the game starting, we can see that he's a very good Kimi, and all he just needs to do is probably build Skypius as his first item or something. What do you think about that, Black Hunter?
Yeah, Yin reaction comes in. Void Hacker gets caught in it though. But Panda still poking aggressively, not having the implosion yet. Conquest engages him with the fist crack though on the total. Yin Yang reaction comes in on Conquest. There's a shot at the bonk TZ in the midst of it all, but will win the retry battle. Engages with the appraisers. Right, Panda low, but will get caught in it. Blade of Tempest coming in from the link as well. Void Hacker, ball traction comes in from the Kimi. TZ trying to take him down, gets the first blood on Omian. As he goes down, brilliant engage there from Cheesy, Emmy.
We can see I like the rotation of the two teams actually, because when the turtle spawned, we can see that both the MMs came for the turtle. One wasn't able to get there in time, but we can see an invade there on the red buff.
Yeah, definitely an invade right there. But the last insanity has been used. Sky Guy loses the Firaga armor, but not willing to push that through though. El Cartel still just making sure that they played safe here. They have the gold lead. They have the objective lead as well. So it won't probably be wise to push things too much. But look at the other side. Gets taken down. Void Hacker secures one against Panda. El Cartel dominating right now in the early games. But will they be able to maintain this advantage, Emmy?
As you can see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. A Kimi and a Badan combo is just disgusting. Kimi can chase, he can stun, and then there's Badang there just to keep you at bay and also stun you and CC you at the same time. So I don't know how they're going to have to deal with this, but they don't really have anyone that can really go for the Kimi apart from the Ling. What do you think?
Yeah, truly, because the Link is the one with the highest mobility here. There's not much mobility coming in from the Clint. There's a slight skirmish there. Conquest still pressuring Panda. with the face crack, but then there's not really much mobility on any other members here. Pause, Traxton comes in, but there's the pause from the refs. I think there's a breaking transmission there. Did you see a recall, Emmy?
I don't think it's a recall. It's a Layla crying emoji, I think, for a pause request. So someone, probably Esbog or someone must have initiated that because I didn't see it from Panda's end or the Mage's end. So probably someone is lagging or they are having network issues. So like I said,
Really, Panda, a Badang pressuring a Tig. How ironic is that?
I think in terms of the tier list and all that, Ibadan still ranks higher than Tig. I mean, the Tiger is able to pull off more pickup sets and CC because of his ultimate and the ultimate flicker combo. But Ibadan can also do the same, and he has way more sustainability and damage than the Tiger. So he can effectively boost Tiger while still staying way above HP, and then the Tiger is just there trying to make sure he's not getting too low and he doesn't have to recall every minute.
Yeah, just a pill strategy. Conquest just needs to make sure that he pills Tick so that when the Tick finally makes that implosion move, it doesn't have enough HP to sustain the set. So Conquest there with a very brilliant strategy there, but hopefully he doesn't overextend though, because once this clean starts cooking, those quick draw and those grenade bombardments can melt him like nothing, especially if Boye is actually someone that knows what he's doing on that lane. But let's see on pause, so let's get straight into the action. Ooh, Tempest of Blaze coming out there. Ooh, not following that through. Levi will get taunted and knock up. Levi low. Needs to get out of there. Sky Guy though. This also has spawned already. Cheesy not wasting any second here. El Cartel still making sure those objectives are in their favor. But Panda here with the positioning here. Cheesy already taking that objective there. They will go for the jungle there. Face crack blocking the way out. Gets taunted, loses the Firaga armor, but will get away. Not satisfied here. Cheesy trying to find the Luyi there, but Panda comes in, not having the implosion, flickers out of safety. Cheesy finding minions in the taunts, needs to get out there, doesn't have enough HP, but the crystal energy though. Super Saiyan, they will retreat. El Cartel with a defensive play there. Boyedo in the mid lane trying to defend, but the far. Ooh! Trapping recoil will get him out of that dangerous position. Boyedo farming there like a gold laner should. Wow. Invade and objective securing him.
I think we can all come to an agreement that Shinigami does not have enough firepower to bust through the front lines of El Cartel, because we have Fedrin up front, we have Badang that is causing enough CC at the back, and we have Kimi that is dealing not minimal but crazy damage to the enemy, and then is able to also CC them. So I don't know how Shinigami is going to work out something to counter this, but I hope they do find a solution to this. We have a skirmish bot.
Traction pulse will come out. Panda gets retrieved by Cheesy, gets slow, turns up one more piece, grass walking the way out. Panda, dangerous position there. Appraiser's ward before it hacker. Steals that kill there. Duality coming in. Will get in a dangerous position. Sky Guy needs to get out of there. Doesn't have the immortality yet. Last Insanity defensive though. Omian not finding the yin yang retribution. Cheesy will invade once more. Void Hacker supporting him though. The Turtle has spawned back onto the gold lane there. Needles and flowers comes out. There is a play. Don't target ability. But a quick draw from Boye will seal that kill for Shinigami. Wow.
Yeah. I think we can see. Wow, look at mid.
Yeah, definitely a mid lane. Ooh, traction pulse one more time. Kimi, Void Hacker. Did that one, but Conquest flickers out Omion on the free flag for Void Hacker with the clean up. Void Hacker with the clean up, Emi.
I think we can see the CC chain coming in from the trio mid, namely the Kimi, the Badang, and then the Fredrin. That thing, once they catch you, once the Badang catches you and Kimi follows up, and Fredrin is just there to continuously taunt you, you are not getting out of that CC chain. You are going to get metal down no matter who you are, and I'm going to see that with Panda because he's on the 0-3-0 right now. He got caught out 3 times and he was punished.
Yeah, I really hope that this 1-1 is going to come through because we saw a situation in yesterday's match. But back to the mid lane here, though. Sky Guy, not having the immortality yet. Super Saiyan will try to give Vision conquest as well, clearing the minion lanes. But then Levi clean up the lanes back there on the gold lane. Void Hacker here, poking Sky Guy safely, but get caught in the fist crack, blocking the way out. Conquest, not willing to follow that through. Sky Guy loses the Faraga armor. Conquest looking for a way in, trying to create that set there, but Mr. Fist grab. There's the fist break from the Badang onto the wall, but Boye will get out of that one with a flicker on the mid lane there. Conquest not having the fist break anymore, but the implosion comes in. Fist crack to counter that there. There was some blades coming in from the Ling as well, trying to find the kill for the Defiant Sword defensively to get out of there. Both teams will retreat. Shinigami with the lead in this fight as trying to come there. Divergence from Omian. We'll get out of there to save the lanes, but a little too late. The tier 1 goes down, Emmy.
I like the fact that League knows for a fact that they cannot win a dragged out team fight. They can only come in, pick up someone, and then fall back. And that's what we saw happened, and that's why they won the last team fight. And we have a fight here up top.
Losing up that Firaga Amos guy gets taunted up. This is exactly what he said, Emmy. Once he's on you easy, just satisfied, invading, taunted 2 people up one more time.
Oh my God.
Badang Conquest doing what up Badang to the Princess Rod. Cheesy finds Omian inside the turret. Super hatred with that Tiger Pace. Levi, last one left, trying to use the Defiant Sword to get away. The Finch Boy is on the cooldown. Levi trying to survive here. The objective is available. He needs to leave for his team. But that mid lane, they're trying to push it through, Emmy.
I think we can see the fact that the things that I said are coming to pass because they do not have an answer for this CC chain. And Link, the only supposed person that could take out the Kimi, can't even 1v1 Kimi successfully because we can see like he has tried twice now and Void Aka is still on the 412 KDA, and the only time that he was able to pick him up was because Louis was able to deal significant damage to the Kimi and he was just able to come in and clean up. But full HP to full HP, he cannot kill her 1v1.
Yeah, he cannot then. Conquest looking for an opening here with the fist break. There's the traction for 2-man. But Cheesy will dodge the fire stakes from Sky Guy. Levi here clearing the lanes up top. But Conquest will try to get that close in. Cheesy Pincer strategy here. Void Hacker as well invading the jungles, taking the orange buff. Cheesy appraises Rat. Conquest not finding the fist win first. Not having the fist break. Cheesy dodges that one. But the Finch boys will get Levi out of that situation.
I hope that Shinigami can hold on because the gold difference is not that extreme because it's just like a 4k gold difference right now. And if they're able to hold on and wait on the Clint and then the Louis, I think they can come up with a lot of things. And I know Panda for a fact that he can pull off some insane ults on the enemy, and if he's able to get a 4-man or a 2-man or a 3-man ult, they can salvage that and then push all the way back to the lane. And we can see Link is trying to to control the lanes and have a little bit of lane pressure, and he's stealing the enemy's red buff right now.
Yeah, an eye for an eye there. They've been invading his jungle right from the early. So this is just basically just him returning the favor. But he will get in a dangerous position too. I hope that Finch Boys and that Tempest of Blade cheesy. No, Tempest of Blade comes in defensively. Defiant Sword with Finch Boys. Gets him out of there. But has he escaped? Super Saiyan avoid Hacker with a chase. Needs to get out of there. Levi, the Lord will spawn in the next 60 seconds. 1 minute approximately. He needs to be alive for his team. Boye there with a good position. Conquest misses the feast crack. but Sky Guy losing almost half the HP. Casey engaging there. Brilliant one though. Panda not having the implosion to follow that through. Crossbow attack! But this 1-1 didn't want to follow that one through. On the Tigreal, I think it's not found a better target there. Oh, the Fire Sword coming in. Mlbb playing a bit safe. Four-man implosion comes in from Panda. Finds the set one more time. There's the last vicinity. Omion takes down Conquest. Mlbb looking for a kill, but Cheesy will escape that one. Shinigami finding their foot once more in this game, trying to control what's left of the mid lane as trying to defend that 1-1 Super Saiyan. Oh, there's Swallow's path, but not finding any weakness there. Defiant Sword Finch was coming in last insanity to zone them out as they push the center there. Super Saiyan, Swallow's path one more time. Sky Guy loses the Firaga armor, but they will retreat for the objective.
I think we can see what I said like a minute earlier, because as long as Tigreal is able to pull off a 3-man ult or a 4-man implosion, either way they can follow up because they have the damage now. They are getting into the late game. Bluey and Clint are starting to ult a lot. We have a lot dance.
Yeah, we have a lot of dance there. 2-man implosion comes in from Panda, finding those sets easily. 3-man walks into that wall, but Teasy wins the retry battle. It secures it for El Cartel, but Conquest goes down. A trade for a trade. Super Hatred finds Panda 4-on-4. An eye for an eye there. Super Saiyan will use that mobility to try and close in, but the trapping recoil from Boye will stop him in his tracks as he gains the advantage in distance. Wow.
I think I can take back what I said now. The Tigreal needs at least a 3-man implosion if his teammates are going to win the team fight. If he's going to get only 2, it's not going to be enough. He needs a 3-man or a 4-man implosion ult, and then that can be followed up with Clint and Louis. And you know, the way Louis works, the more the enemies that get out together, the more damage he deals. So I hope he's able to find something and allow them to hold on long enough for the Clint to be able to melt their front lines.
Yeah, definitely. There's Super Hatred trying to find the weaknesses there. One more. Swallow path used. The crossbow of tank is available, ready for Super Hatred. Not willing to use it just yet. The Lord has entered. He even doesn't meet that down. Panda having the implosion and the flicker ready, but not willing to use that set yet. El Cartel realizes the positioning advantage that Shinigami has. They will retreat though. Panda not yet. They're clustering right now. That's a good sign. He engages with the taunting before the wheel lose that one. Last vicinity comes in, but we'll lose the Firaga armor, but takes him down. Mlbb finds Conquest on that one. Fights a double on Super Hatred. El Cartel crumbles in this team fight with a brilliant defense there. With up nature there, finding the fire sword. Divergence comes in from Omion. Panda as well supporting. Super Saiyan defending for Idaka's exit from that fight. Omion trying to make sure that he supports his jungler here, but that was a brilliant defense from Shinigami.
I do not know what is going on with Cheesy, but that play right there is the kind of play that will sell the game. Because I don't know why he went in. Maybe there was a bit of a miscommunication on El Cartel's end, but he was not supposed to go in, and that's why they were able to effectively. Oh wow, we have a fight here.
There's definitely one, but there's the flick up in the place coming in from the guy. But Mlbb will take out Void Hacker. Finally finding that back line. Mlbb finally doing what a Link should, Emmy.
I think we always have this problem between two pro teams, because whatever a team is winning, like in a landslide, there's always a kind of play that comes out from one particular player that sells that particular game. Now they add the map control before, they add the map advantage, but now everything is starting to even up. As you can see, Link is clearing up the top lane, and the mid lane is already cleared, and we have Xborg clearing out the bot lane. And I'm pretty sure that the Shinigami is going to have the Lord Pit control. We have a bit of a skirmish.
A shove there on Cheesy, but that will be a harmless one though. Super Saiyan really trying to defend. Conquest find the face crack, but with the fist win to push Panda back. Boye there, finding the grenade bombardments there, but Sky Guy trying to pince at their Omnion. They just wish Conquest finds him and Sky Guy in that face crack. Pressure Pulse comes in, 2-man implosion from Panda. But Super Saiyan in the middle of it all, 2-man falls. Oh, there's just one there. Boye takes out TZ, coming in by finding Void Hacker once more. Diving into the backline. Sky Guy will escape there. Super Hatred trying to find him with the Tiger Pinch. May just catch up. Sky Guy trying to maneuver that one. Boy finds Super Saiyan. It's a 4-for-3 in favor of Shinigami. El Cartel, I don't really know what's going on, but you guys.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Victory!
Oh my
Now,
god!
I don't know. I don't know what Shinigami's mage was thinking, because we have Panda going back to clear the mid lane, and then we have Link out there on the top lane, and I'm sure he must have communicated to them that they are not going to fight for that Lord. So I don't know why they committed that much to that Lord fight. And supposedly, well, apparently they won the fight, yeah, but 1-1 was able to steal the base, and that was very, very, very close. And if 1-1 had died, I'm pretty sure El Cartel would have lost. But what do you guys think?
I think that was
That
absolutely
basically was
insane.
insane.
No, go ahead, Black Matter.
Yeah, it was insane because my attention was mostly on the team fights. But when I just that's what I said. I said El Cartel. I wanted to say something, but the game had already ended. Like I noticed that thing at the dying minute because my attention was on that little skirmish there. They realized that because El Cartel lost that team fight, they lost it. Then I realized that okay, the reason why they lost was because they didn't have the numbers advantage. And then I realized, okay, where's their final member? Only for me to see where their member ID is, and I'm like, whoa. That's a Benny QT move. That's crazy.
Until the day I die.
You could see them putting all their focus on trying to eliminate the last members of Cartel. I can't really blame them for being blindsided from the minion wave that was attacking their base. Because this is the kind of thing that happens, and that's why taking all these towers is very important in a game like Mobile Legends, right? It gives you that map control and that confidence to be able to take your time, pace your fights, delay them, do an extended lord dance. Because once you get those inhibitor towers, you have those advanced minions that are always going to be sieging on your lanes. So yeah, 1-1 saw that, and because she has more mobility than anyone else, she took the best advantage of it, and she was able to secure the game for her team. Some people might say that was actually the only thing that Hatred did right in that game.
Wow. I don't know if that's a praise or a roast.
He was facing off against people that could easily bust him. I mean, there was Louis and there was Clint, and then there was Tigreal's implosion, which if he was caught in that without his S2, he would definitely be busted down in seconds, literally seconds. So I can't really blame a 1-1 for not having that much effect in that match. I blame the fact that they drafted a 1-1 into that. I don't know, but he won them the game, so I'm not really one to fault that. But yeah.
To be honest, I think the 1-1 kind of struggled a little bit with the activations of the crossbow tank. I think it was only like one time we saw or 2 times we saw the activation of crossbow tank in the entire team fight in that last match, because the first time was on the tick. So it was clear that there was some kind of skill difficulty when it comes to activation of that crossbow tank. And I said this yesterday, and I'm like, why do you go with a marksman that has a conditional ultimate when you're going to struggle in using that ultimate? That's gonna be like your DPS of your team is not going to be conditional or situational at best. It's gonna depend on how often you get that crossbow of tank in the team fights, and that's not something you want to do, especially in a situation whereby look at how Sky Guy escaped with low HP. If it was using like a marksman like Claude or Clint, you could have easily gotten him with the double shot. Well, that's my take on that, Steve.
Yeah, I do agree with you. The 1-1 pick wasn't the best there, especially because they did have a lot of. Sorry, I'm trying to communicate that the stream is ready. But yeah, the 1-1 pick wasn't the best there because if you're looking at that composition that they had a Link, they had a Tigreal, they had like 1-1 is a mid-range marksman, and she doesn't have the range to play like comfortably around those kind of heavy CC heroes, especially like a boss from a Link. But yeah, we're going into game 2 here. I would like to see the drafts and how they actually adjust from seeing that what we had in game 1.
Let's go.
Are we gonna see a better draft on any side? Starting off with another Irrital ban.
What do you think, Amy?
I just hope El Cartel doesn't draft something for their gold laner that is extremely conditional, like the 1-1. I don't know why they picked up the 1-1, or probably it was just overconfidence, because that happens in a lot of players. But we have a Uranus ban, a very deserved ban, because they know they are not first pick, and if that gets into the hand of Shinigami for El Cartel, so that is a very nice ban.
Yeah, definitely. The way the Uranus has really been dominating, that's something that is really nice. Banning the cheap also is a very good one. You don't really want shortcuts around the maps and, those sudden ganks, especially if you're going to pick a marksman that, doesn't really have that much of a mobility, then you do know you are going to feel it there. And I love the fact that in that last game, though, Mlbb finally got that backline dive. I mean, he took out for Hacker twice, so that's something to mention.
Yeah. Sicilian is open. We have Kalia open. We have Zushin, which I do not like at all, open. And let's see what Shinigami goes with here.
Let's see what they goes with, because Mlbb might just lock down that Link or move a member. I can see that they swapped out Omyun for Itachi. Yeah, it seems like that's gonna be their new mage here. Itachi will take away that Kimi from Void Hacker here. Let's see who is gonna go for him.
I think personally, I would go for an Ayabusa here, because it would be very effective against the Kimi. A Joy could probably work too, but not as effective as an Hayabusa. But I mean, I don't know what they're planning to draft. A Frederick, okay.
Yeah, Cheesy maintaining the pick he made last time, but Conquest will respond, leaving the Badang behind with the Gato. That's more sustained there. That's also more mobility as well. The AOG is nothing to joke about. The range on that. And hopefully he gets to execute it though, because if they pick a lot of mobility characters, that can be pretty difficult to land a solid hit, I mean.
But as long as he's able to shut down Kimi is probably one of the highest damage dealer in the team fights right now. So yeah, with their pickups, there's Baxia and then there's Xbox. So as long as he's able to land his AOG on Kimi and Fredrin is able to follow up with a taunt, I think any MM that they would pick up should be able to shut down the Kimi.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh, that's my personal favorite, the Lapu. And the Super Hatred here, though, they need a very solid... Oh, I think they have an EXP already. They have a jungler. Oh, they don't have an EXP. Conquest is probably going to roam. So they need an EXP there. Or what do you think, Emmy? Do you think they'll play Gato EXP?
It's not out of the question, because Gatot is a flex pick, so it can either go roam or EXP. But in this particular situation, I think it's better for him to go as a roam. So I think we will still see Super Saiyan pick up an EXP hero. And we have a carry ban to counteract whatever Shinigami might have in mind against the Fedrin and the Gatot. And we have an Harris pick, which I'm very, very, very comfortable with. I like the fact that they are picking up the Harris, and he might be...
with Haka switching from the Kimi.
They're basically swapped.
Yeah, with Haka switching up. Okay. Ooh, is this a rare pick? We don't get to see this often.
I don't think we've seen
we do not get to see it. Oh, okay.
They basically swap mages in this series. I'm actually I don't really know which comp to lean towards in this, like at this current stage. They actually both look very well rounded, have a kind of balance with damage and sustainability. Like, and it's funny that we're seeing two tanks in the jungle. It's almost like we're back in 2024, or is it 2023 here, when the tank jungle was the meta. But ooh, getting a Florin pick, that would actually boost the sustain, but looks like now it's going to be a Minotaur instead. But Emmy, which side do you feel has the better draft here?
I don't know, cause El Cartel has a little bit of probably too much magic damage, but let's see what. Whoa. Okay. I think what Black Matter said earlier is coming to pass now. The Gatot is going to be going EXP. Oh wow. We have an Estes. What do you think, Black Matter?
This is definitely a comp that is going to be staying together. And Estes is actually very bad for the Fredrin, because Estes actually needs crystal energy. That's where his damage source scales on. So you healing him up is not actually good. It's counterproductive. So he's probably going to be working with the Gato instead, because it still burns the regen plus the Estes Blessing of the Moon Goddess. That's a crazy amount of regen, and they don't, them also picking that is also counterproductive too. It's a double-edged sword, because they have a backside. The backside mark reduces the regen by 50%. So, it's like a dominance ice, imbues dominance ice. So I really hope El Cartel has something for this to counter this as a contingency plan. If not, Shinigami just might make it 1-1 in this draft if they utilize their picks well.
I mean,
I am not comfortable with this Estes pick. Go ahead, Stu.
Sorry. We did see like a nerf on Baxia in terms of the amount of healing reduction that he has with his passive. I think it went from 50% to 40%, because this update they were very big on actually letting heal heroes shine more. I would actually have been more comfortable with a Florin pick here, but it seems like we're going to see Conquest on an Estes, which is a very big contrast to the Badang that we saw in the early game. But how do you think this is going to fold out, Emmy?
I think a Matilda would have been a better pick to close in the gap on the Kimi and Granger and go into their black lines and probably shut them down while their tanks are up in the front line. So a Matilda would have been way better. A Florin would have still be better than the Estes. I do not know what is on El Cartel's mind, but they probably have a strategy in mind, and we'll see how that plays out. Over to you, Black Matter.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how that plays out. Panda, sort of one of our extension here. The little has been taken, but gets low now at Boye already in the earlys. That's one thing about the Harriet. You can't get too careful around that guy. The mobility is just too much, Emmy.
Yeah, but I believe it's more of a skill matchup between Granger and Aris, to be honest, because if the Granger is very good, he should be able to avoid a lot of damage coming in from the Aris. But look at this! Oh my God!
Yeah, Boye already low, still gambling on death here. But the turtle will spawn Cheesy, shifting his focus to the objective. But I'm not really comfortable with Super Saiyan here though. Sky Guy already on level 4, having the last insanity available. Super Saiyan not having it yet. Sky Guy though. 3-man gank here, Void card. Ooh, finds the yin yang reaction. Conquest coming in. There's with the shield unity. Ooh, gets taunted up. Last insanity comes in from Sky Guy. The Purify Conquest. No, the Blessing of the New Goddess gets taken down. Sky Guy finds one. AOG comes in. Yin yang reaction, but revitalized. Super Saiyan falls. Void Hacker out of mana. Cannot do much for that engagement. The yin yang reaction needs mana to trigger the duality there. Oh, not comfortable yet. Cheesy will try to find one. Void Hacker regains more mana, but then Cheesy tries to sort him out. Panda finds him in one rage. It gets pulled off, but not quite yet. Trying to find it. Wins the retro battle in spite of
Can you imagine?
Trinity. Panda will get hit there. Blessing of the Moon Goddess comes in from the Estes, but they will retreat as the objective has been secured, Emmy.
As a Fredrin player, I know how Cheesy must have felt after he did that, because it's very, very, very hard to win a retry against a Fredrin because they can just S1 and immediately retry after, and their backside is just there trying to use his S2 and basic attack. And the tank, which is Panda, tried his best. We have a skirmish here in mid.
Yeah, definitely skirmish there for the lead, though. That is Panda will try to go out though. Conquest has gotten the blessing of the moon goddess. That's Sonata's Boye trying to slow him up. But Cheesy still wanting to invade this jungle. Finds Panda there. Mino is squeezing the earlies. But Cheesy not willing to let that buff go. Supported there. With our Brazers Rat isn't available. Don't have crystal energy. Will get taken down. 4-man yin yang reaction. Seven Force comes out though. But then we can see the positioning of Sky Guy here. Rotating, matching Super Saiyan's position on the map as both teams retreat to their lanes.
I think Cheesy underestimated their damage there because he didn't have the 4 stacks necessary for his ult. So he went in to get the 4 stacks, and then before he was able to land his ult, he got shot down. And as I was saying before, for the total fight, Minotaur tried his best to stop the oh wow, we have the first skirmish up top.
Yeah, definitely up top there. We can see the unbreakable from Boye goes down to Super Saiyan. The Zema Force is down, continues slow. The shield unity comes in from Mlbb, but his voice sounds as well, but will take down Super Hatred. Minotaur Rage comes in from Panda, finds that one, swallows Pan. Go, not really to let that go, but the divergence coming in, support is here. AOD as well. Finds the unbreakable for Panda, wanting to escape that one. Basic attack, physical attack for Saiyan. Will try to escape though. Take it down. Saiyan finds that one. Not so far. Not so far.
I think the Kimi got overly excited and spammed an emoji, and he didn't expect the range of Gatot's S1 to reach him.
Kind of felt bad for Super Saiyan there, hopping in the fight, trying to back up his team, and they had just like, nope, we're teleporting out of here. You have fun.
Yeah, Cheesy just being that psycho Fredrin up front with the support for the rest of the Moon Goddess taunting him up. Back here, Mlbb in just position there, but their prisoners were trying to secure that bomb. Sky Guy comes into support, trying to hit him up. Rest of the Moon Goddess, but last insanity finds Conquest in the position. But the traction pulse will support him in taking Conquest out. The heal is down. Seven Force comes up. Just boy San Super Saiyan in the position easy to revitalize. We'll take down Mlbb though. Itachi, Cheesy, trying to find him there, but he will get out of there now. And Boye with the Detonatas and the Rhapsody Saiyan will come in to support his jungler, but Sky Guy finds him there, taunting him up as lost the Raga armor. Boye trying to support him with the Rhapsody, but we'll take him down. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of El Cartel.
Wow, you can see another fight broke up before we could even respond to that. But you can see the pure damage that Xbox is dealing out to Fredrin here, the Cheesy on Fredrin here, and he can't really cope. And that's the thing about like an Estes. He does provide a lot of heal, fence boost, but he's not very mobile. And that's where you see a pick like Matilda that Emmy suggested actually shines, because they can always just disengage, re-engage, you know, shuffle the damage that that comes from the slow from the Xbox. Now the last is more or less been a very massive engage too for the side of Shinigami. Well, Emmy, what do you think about the fight?
What do you say about the fight just recently, Emmy?
I don't know. The Estes is kind of falling off and getting killed way too much. He's just on 2 deaths, but it's a lot. We have a total skirmish.
Yeah, definitely total skirmish. Kichisi waits to rectify one more. Minotaur Rage comes in there. AOT as well. But this is a beautiful one. The blessing of the Moon Goddess sustaining that damage. Super Saiyan and Void Hacker goes down. Cheesy getting healed up and praise as well. Mlbb as Boye responds by taking out Hatred. Conquest secures one for himself, but against Sky Guy, Conquest in just position there. Rhapsody will poke aggressively here. Boye and Itachi rotate back to the cliff. Detonatas, Boye not satisfied yet. Divergence coming in from Void Hacker, needs to get back out there, but both teams know that objectives and the turrets are priority right now. And
this is a lot of violence, because we can both agree that it's a fight of sustenance, and whoever can do more damage to counter the healing coming from both teams, from the Minotaur and the Estes, is the one that is going to win the team fight. And whoever can layer up their CC and get the damage dealers down is going to win the team fight. What do you think, Stu?
Yeah, I have to agree with you here. Like it is, it's
I
a
think
battle of
I think he's
sustain.
out.
I think there's a bit of lag on his end.
Yeah, it seems like I have some audio delay. Why don't you guys just carry on and I'll just be pacing around the map for our audience to see.
All right.
Okay. The mid lane though still cheesy, engaging, touching him up. Dangerous position there. Boye, that Sonatas trying to find the slow, comes in with the shield unity. Coming Levi, trying to support his matchman there. But the divergence, the yin-yang reaction, Minoa Rage comes in, Conquest goes down. The healing support is gone. Cheesy falls immediately without that. But we're also passing and Boye finds a triple. Void Hacker will try to support that second lane turret there. But he's nowhere ready. It's a 3-for-1 in favor of El Cartel as they go for that objective, Emmy.
I think the Estes has to be really mindful of Kimi's ult, because I do not understand. He has been caught out 3 times now, and the 3 times that she caught him out was the 3 times that he died. So, I mean, he has the flicker, but he probably should have gone with the purify or something, or he revitalized to further enhance his healing abilities. But I do not know what is going on. He needs to stay at the back and make sure that he doesn't get caught out anymore, and just heal from the back and hope that his team is able to win the team fight. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I do agree with that. You know, the Purify can really help. It's another AoE from that Kimi's ult is really, really, large. So, it's time to fire. Guys, not relenting. That maniac from Eruditio is still giving them hearts in the match. Super Hatred, though, doing what I made sure in times like this, but 3 supports will come in. El Cartel still being so good at defending right now, Emmy.
This Granger and Kimi combo is disgusting, and we have Granger here on 70 stacks of Sky Piercer. He is able to shut them down continuously, and that is causing a lot of problem for them, because I don't know how they're going to have to deal with this, because they have a lot of their main damage dealers are actually squishy. We have Arit, we have Louis, and we have the front line, which is Fredrin, which is just up there, but I don't think he's going to be able to reach or get to the back to be able to disrupt Granger's Rhapsody or his ult, because just look at that.
Yeah, look at that indeed. Okay, by the way, MAM still, I think they're complaining about the stream skipping or something. So please, if there's something we can do about that, please let's do that. Cheesy. We'll try to come though. We can see the camp here from Boye. There's a 3-man Super Saiyan. We'll walk into that one, but unbreakable. Tossing him towards Cheesy. Knock up there from Panda. With the traction pulse. AOG as well. Fine Super Panda falls immediately. Praise as well with the 2.5k. Last Insanity as well. Finding one. Boye takes out Cheesy. That back line goes down as well. Conquest died. Boye flickers in confidence there. Dead Sonatas don't find the Super Saiyan. 2-man down. Boye getting a bit overconfident that we will escape, though the objective has spawned as Boye moves towards it, Emmy.
We have 80 stacks of Sky Piercer on the Granger now, and it's really causing a lot of problems for the healing, because no matter how much Estes is able to heal the frontliners and the damage dealers, whenever they get to a certain HP, they just die. So Fredrin there is not able to utilize his ult well. I mean, just look at this.
Tema Force is defensively, but it's still unity from Kamini by Flesh of the Moongoddess comes in to save Super Hatred, but last Insanity there without Pill. Loses him. Ooh, now way to let him go. Cheesy. But that untargetability from Sky Guys Faraga Armor will save him, Emmy. The Lord will approach from the mid though.
I think Gatot has to land his AOG way more. He's missing way too much.
Yeah, definitely needs to do that. Cheesy, but this is Among Four still trying to defend them Cartel. Does they just fight keep it to Shinigami? No one's focusing on the base right now though, but that Appraiser's Wrath will break Cheesy's Faraga Armor getting away from there. Boye, a brilliant defense. Divergence comes in from Void Hacker. Finds Boye
Oh,
finally shuts him down as he loses those Sky Piercer stacks. A very brilliant divergence there from Void Hacker, moving to where it's necessary as both teams move for the lane clears.
I like the fact that Super Saiyan went to the and disrupt his damage, and that's why they were able to win the team fight. And then we have Void Aka teleporting to the back of Granger and shutting him down, and that buys them a little bit of time, and they can probably fight back now and try to gain more lane pressure on the map.
We walk into that one there, cheesy, overconfident there, 3-man taunt. AOG comes in as well. Someone forced the brutal one there. But they're not willing to let it go. Cheesy finds Panda. Panda falls. Levi goes to the chopping block with him as well. Boye follows for Itachi. Conquest finds one for himself. A little revenge.
Oh my God.
From Cheesy. Sky Guy takes out Super Saiyan. Loses the Firaga armor. El Cartel wants to keep the Gauntlet road alive as they take out the tier 1 on the mid lane. It's a 4-for-1 in favor of El Cartel.
Their minions on their base.
Yeah, they need to look out for that, definitely.
They need to understand that Granger is the one winning them the particular team fights, and then Kimi's ult and all that has to be stacked together. Immediately there's a bit of miscommunication on their part, and then they are not able to pull that off. They are going to keep losing to the team fights, and I hope they can come to have a little bit of communication and decide how long. Sorry.
Yeah. The fact that this SS is beginning to get kills is actually, kind of impressive. I think it's kind of revenging for those times that Kimi dealt with him with that traction pulse. But the Lord will spawn in the next 4 seconds, and Cheesy here just being that psycho Fredrin up front. I don't really know what this guy doesn't fear death at all. A 3-man and he just jumps in at me. But there's just one poking him there with the fire sticks. Sky Guy. The Lord is being contested. The Lord dance has started there. Void Hacker and Conquest will support their jungler though. But Super Saiyan's position, I don't know what he's trying to do. Cheesy will leave the objective. May just find that one. The minion rage is around, is available, so he just might be careful there. Sky Guy, Levi, not willing to use the shield unit to just hit the fire stakes to clear the waves. Cheesy. Wow. I think that right now they're just trying to poke each other aggressively here, Emmy.
Wow. And
wow. Sky Guy, they just want to get that damage. Super Hatred, what are you doing? Itachi will get in that dangerous position with him, but the blessing of the Moon Goddess will save them though. Cheesy getting low, half HP there. That peel from the Kini. Super Saiyan ready to release the traction pulse comes in. AOG defensively coming Levi with a shield unity gets out of there. But we'll move out with a rondo. Shinigami playing defensive right now. Itachi flickers out of that one, but I don't think he can get out of this one. Divergence comes in from Void Hacker. Trying to find Itachi there, but they will be playing decoy away from the objective. Cheesy not willing to fall down for that one as he goes for the objective because that's what matters. Shinigami finds our foot back to the objective, Emmy.
I think we can see that late into the game now, Estes is healing way more than Minotaur can keep up, and that is causing a little bit of discrepancies in the team fights, and that's what they are. El Cartel, to be precise, is that's what they are compounding on, and the fact that they know that they have way more EU, and if they are able to pick out the main damage dealers, namely the Kimi and the Granger, they are going to win the team fights because the rest are just meat bags. And then we have Louis that can just bust them down.
Yeah, and they need to be careful though because El Cartel have lost their inhibitor for the mid. So and the up top lane. So they need to be careful so that Shinigami don't do what they did to them in the last game. But then there's the contest for the Lord. The Lord dance Cheesy. Or losing HP. That's a shield unity from Levi. Will get taunted up though. They're just position there. Pressure falls. Man. Oh, Super Hatred will fall. Just early enough. Cheesy already low. But Cheesy falls. Boye. Dealing that much damage with the gentle round. I said Rhapsody there. Rondo triple kill for Cheesy there. Boye finding triple there. Conquest. They just position will get that immortality. But he will get taken down. Maybe
my God.
Boye as Levi does that cleanup. Shinigami keeping that gauntlet road alive. Burn and exquisite. And Shinigami have risen in Nigeria for that game 3. Wow.
I do not know why Aris was way up front like that. He got caught out, and that's why they lost the team fight. Because if he was there to deal damage and keep dashing around, he would have probably held on long enough to deal damage to the people that he needed to, and they would have probably won that team fight. But immediately he got shot down, the rest got picked off, and then Cheesy was just there in the front. He wasn't able to retreat. He was just a mid bag that was melted down in a matter of seconds. And we can see that Boy is just flexing and just chilling with his 80 stacks on the Sky Piercer, and he's just busting them down, and he was able to attain a maniac.
Yeah, that was crazy. So we're on to a game 3, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are on to a game 3, and I was thinking there was gonna be there was gonna be a reverse sweep, but I think that's gonna happen if El Cartel don't get their hopes or get their shit all back. I don't know if they were trying to do the thing whereby the Loyi would just flick. Where they were trying to do a base steal with the Loyi pick, but clearly that didn't really work out well for them. I don't know if that was they had in mind, but I do hope that base steals are not what El Cartel have in mind to win a match against Shinigami, because from what Shinigami are doing right now, they've coordinated themselves and they have that attention. The number of trade they lost in that game wasn't as much as they did in the first one. So I really hope that El Cartel comes through and correct their mistakes, and hopefully that Estes as well learns from his. Yeah.
I don't even know, to be honest, because the Estes pick it was out of place. And I don't know who is drafting for them, but the person needs to resit and rethink before. I don't know if they are just going by individual picks or preferences, but Estes was not for that match. And he was getting caught out way too much in the early game. And in the late game, he was getting useful and all that. But then Arit went ahead and got caught out, and that's why they lost the team fight. So I hope they come up with a more better draft, and they're able to. I have to stay neutral. I don't want to say they're able to win the next match, but let's see what they have for us.
Yeah, definitely gonna see what they have for us. I wish Stu was here. I'd love to hear his input on the outcome of the second match. But then again, the players are already ready up, so we're gonna go straight into the draft phase. But you guys in the comments, with what we've been seeing so far, what do you guys think about this match? Do you think El Cartel fumbled that second one, or do you think Shinigami just corrected their mistakes and coordinated themselves well enough? But with that being said, I'll hand it over to you, Emmy, while I read the comments.
I think we can go into Levi is not ready enough. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so Emmy, someone says Estes was clearing the mid lane when they were engaging. Okay, that's just bad positioning. I have to say that.
Wow. I didn't even see that because there was a lot going on. So I had to focus on one particular part of the map and ignore the other part. So I don't know. There were some kind of individual plays that it was not right. So I don't know. Maybe he was having network issues, or he thought he had enough damage to clear the minions. But this is a problem that some rumors have. I don't know, maybe the pressure got to him and he started making some decisions that were off-putting. So I hope they get to fix that in this match. We have an Xbox ban straight off the bat. Okay.
We are really trying to nerf Sky Guy there. I mean, the guy has really been a problem for that backline with that last Insanity. So it's kind of valuable. And then they finally lock out the Kimi. No Kimi is this third match. No Kimi, because Shinigami took the Kimi away from Mlbb, and they won the game, and El Cartel used the Kimi and they won as well. So it's kind of like, the Kimi is a win card, let's take it out, and they take down the Loyi as well, Emmy. So no much rotations there with the divergence.
Yeah, I'm definitely down with the Kimi ban, because it's becoming more of a prior ban now. Because with the things that Kimi was able to do, she was more of an initiator in the last match. She was able to catch 2-man, 3-man ults, and they were able to focus and kill the right people. and we have a very unusual pick here. We have not seen this in this series. A Phobia's first pick. What do you think, Black
Yeah,
Panther?
honestly, if we were supposed to speak, you wanna go for something that is not going to get in the way of those his infernal pursuits. Because if something is restricting that mobility of his, like a Minsita or maybe a Kufra, that can be very problematic. So just going for that because the infernal pursuit is his main damage source. So if he's not able to jump, I don't know what he's gonna do again, bro.
In this kind of setting, I don't think Shinigami will go for a a Misita room or EXP. So I think a Kufra would fit in more to counter him. But let's see, let's see. And we have Fedrin again for the third time on Cheesy's end.
Is this Boba
Wow,
Fred or
Cheesy
is this
really,
Cheesy?
really having a lot of heroes in the hero pool. I
What
think,
did you say?
I think Cheesy is really showing that he has a lot of heroes in his hero pool. With the third time Fredrin. So that's the Cheesy Fred there.
Nice point.
Very rounded pool.
Okay, so
I don't know. I don't know why nobody is picking Sicilian. To be honest,
Hear from the crowd.
it's not like it's a bad pick.
Yours truly.
it's actually more surprising to me. It's actually why they're not locking Juicing, because that's gonna be very
Yeah,
problematic for the Fredrin.
exactly. There's Zushin. There's anyways. I don't know what's going on in their heads, and they probably have a. I was just about to mention Fasa, but she's banned out now.
Yeah, so someone says in the comments, Cheesy thinks is MOBA Zane. That's said by just a K. And that's a cheesy Fred. A cheesy Fred.
Personally, if I believe that if you're good with something, if you want to spam it, go right ahead as long as you're winning with it. And we can see that the first two matches he performed quite well actually, though there were some times that he made a little bit of a mistake here and there, but that is uh that is something that is impossible to avoid because nobody's perfect. But we have a joy pick, a joy into a Fredrin.
I
Okay,
like I
never
like the
mind.
fact that they
It's
are
a
going
button.
for. I like the fact that they are going for a CC finally. I mean, there's a lot of mobility on the CC. So they're really taking advantage of that. The fact that they also have, and
Oh,
a CC is
wow.
actually a very good one against the Beatrix. So what do you say about that? A CC versus a Beatrix?
A CC versus a Beatrix. It depends on if the Beatrix is sped or not. If the Beatrix is sped, I don't think a CC would be able to kill her. But he has Vengeance on as a spell, so that might we get to that's a skill matchup to be honest. But I'm more focused on the fact that we have a Selena mid from Void Arca.
Time to drop the beat of the flash.
There's gonna be a lot of abyssal traps, so you better watch out there, boy.
But we have a joy pick. Personally, I don't feel comfortable with this joy pick into the Fredrin because if Fredrin can taunt the joy and if he's able to time it right, the joy is definitely going to die if there are enough teammates nearby to take her down. But I believe Levi is confident in his skill level and it doesn't matter to him, I guess. What do you think?
Yeah, two purifies here, Emmy. Two purifies just for this Selena. Two purifies, Boye and Itachi. There, that's crazy. That's crazy. They know what Void Hacker can do with this pick here, so they are trying to be careful.
Yeah, I think that's a very nice pick actually because it removes the sprint from the irritor and nerfs our mobility a lot because an irritor with sprint late game with her ult is deadly and she's just going to kite you till you are dead and then we have a set. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. I mean, the heavy crossbow does grant her the mobility, but with the sprints that can gain the slow immunity as well. So you can't slow her while she's really charging at you and dealing a lot of damage on you. But I do hope Boyedo has a contingency plan for that situation. Itachi as well. I mean, he has the black shoes, so that's some nice untargetability there and regen from that skill. But I really hope that Cheesy also has something as well, because Panda is definitely, coming from the Tigre to the back, so stealing that away from Mlbb, just shifting that back in the positions there in the lanes. I really want to see how that works out in this game.
I think this will be pretty effective because it would be able to gank faster and move across the map way faster. And that should be very effective against the Selena, because Selena is going to be everywhere. I mean, just look at that. Look at those stones.
Yeah, look at those abyssal trap. I mean, just early in the game there, Conquest with the ancestral guidance, Panda as well with shield unities, and early game skirmish for the lethal though. Not really something lethal. Panda will almost have HP Cheesy, not being that Psycho Fredrin, but will be that Psycho Fredrin. Not willing to commit to that one though. 2 stacks of abyssal mark. Selena, Void Hacker, already on level 3 though, has that. Who gets done there? Mlbb, dangerous one, will morph though into her elven form. Needs to go back there. Needs to clear the lanes. That's what matters more. Needs to get her farm up. But yeah, that's about it.
Selena picks is a high risk kind of pick. If he's able to pull it off, it's going to be phenomenal. But if he's not able to pull it off, they will lack wave clear in the late game. Though Beatrix will have to cover up for that, and Beatrix wave clear is very good. It's phenomenal. But let's see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely phenomenal as well. Abyssal Trap using to check the bushes. Panda, 2 stacks of the Abyssal Mark though. Sky Guy poking out here a little bit. Infernal Pursuit comes in from Super Saiyan already on that level 4. That situational ultimate is available. Sky Guy as well. It's a bit of a skirmish. Not started the turtle dance has started. Sky Guy needs to get back there. Mlbb, the first blood has been taken already. But really focusing on the objective here. Cheesy will start the turtle dance. Get stunned there. Void Hacker finding 2 stacks. Not willing to use the Primal Darkness though. Mlbb finding the bits of joy there. Cheesy wins the retro battle like he showed at Praise as Wrath. Coming in, revitalized from Panda. Infernal Pursuit will get him killed. Super Saiyan really trying to push that one. Cheesy needs to get out of there. Sky Guy finding the cutting call, but will Cheesy entertaining one more fight against Sky Guy, but he will back off just in case, Emmy.
I think we were able to see the effectiveness of the CC against the Fredrin and the Phobius, because she is able to effectively bust down their HP while still staying healthy. And we can see that in the last turtle fight, because she was just there, just dealing damage to them. But even though the Fredrin was able to get the turtle, and they are actually losing in gold, because their gold laner is losing. I don't know what's going on. They are like 1k behind.
Yeah, we can see even a gank cooking up here on the gold lane. Void Hacker will put that Abyssal Trap down though. Panda directly in front of it, walks into it. But he will recall though, Super Hatred in a dangerous position. Mlbb trying to find a piece of joy there. Electrifying beat.
My God.
Will take out Void Hacker from the turret. Panda trying to find revenge here with the shield unity, but they're a little too late. Sky Guy will recall back to his lane.
I was talking about the joy, because for you to pick that against the Fredrin, you must be very confident in your. Wow, we have a skirmisher up top.
Yeah, definitely. Cutting call coming in from Sky Guy. Will get moved. Cheesy coming in to support the ZXP laner. But Panda trying to pinch side here with the shield unity will go back to Void Hacker coming in from the other side. Sky Guy trying to attack more. That regen, but the total has spawned, calling the attention of Cheesy. But he will still try to defend his EXP laner here. Conquest coming in to support. That ancestral guidance is available, as well as the Sackling Eagle. The turtle has spawned here. Mlbb will start the turtle dance though with the assist of Itachi, the shield unity. Abyssal Trap doesn't find anyone there. Panda trying to zone them out. Cheesy, danger feature, gets 2 taunting. 3-on-1, Cheesy. But that Sackling Eagle will come through for him. They will go out of their Appraiser's Wrath. Not having that resource available for this turtle dance is not a good one for Cheesy. Now on cooldown though. The turtle is almost down. Mlbb will get that one. Finally winning an objective against Cheesy. But that's it. The objective has been taken him.
Again, we can see the fact that El Cartel's both side lanes are losing against Shinigami side lane. We have a skirmisher in the red buff.
Yeah, definitely. That's an invade there. Taunting them up. Cheesy doesn't know when to quit. He takes out Panda. A little bit of an overextension. I really thought that Mlbb was coming in to support him, though. I don't really know what happened there. He just kind of abandoned his Roma, Emmy.
That was a bit of a miscommunication on their part, I think, because I don't understand why Panda was there alone. But what's done is done. And again, we can see the fact that Beatrix is losing against Iritel and Phobius is losing against CC is causing a bit of problem for El Cartel because they do not know which lane to rotate to. They are going both to the bot lane and then to the EXP lane. And we can see that right now. They're trying to gank the EXP lane, but then they are going back again.
Definitely changing the waves rotation as well. You can see the mid lane getting heated. Void Hacker will try to defend this lane there. Mlbb trying to find the beats of joy though, but he will not push that through with the electrifying beats. It ties in a lot of void damage there. Mlbb on the other end. I like the fact that this gold lane is starting to get heated there. Mlbb bad spot. The shield unity comes in from Panda, trying to give vision there. Void Hacker looking for a target with the Abyssal Arrow. Finds Panda. Anything lethal. The tier 1 will go down as Boye takes that one. Cheesy front lining against Panda right now, but not willing to commit to that one. Void Hacker will get out of there with Garrot on the Selena. Sky Guy finding the cutting call, but the Primal Darkness. The mobility there will take him out of there. Itachi as well, trying to poke really hard here. Toto has both teams not willing to come in there, but the cutting call from Sky Guy will restrict mobility on this Matilda. But it's nothing harmless though. I might have spoken so soon. Cheesy with the taunt. 1-on-4 attack. Penetrate coming from the Beatrix. If an portion from Super Saiyan and then touching them all, blind the demonic course on them. Mlbb finds the retro victory once more. Thanks to Cheesy being zoned out. Emmy.
Might not be quite obvious, but little. Oh wow.
Yeah, definitely a 2-man. Still not willing to let it go. Boye pushing that through. Super Hatred falls. 2 for none in favor of Shinigami. Wow.
And this is what I said about the Selena. It's a high risk, high reward hero. Because if you are not winning the early game, then there's something wrong somewhere, and that is coming from both side lanes that I was talking about, the EXP lane and the gold lane. They were both losing, so the Selena has not been able to be impactful as she should be, because she should be landing the stun consecutively and killing the enemies. And we don't have a lot of calls on the scoreboard, the 5-1, but the gold lead is around 6k right now, which is a lot in the 8 minutes in the game. And I don't know how El Cartel is going to come back from this, but it is going to be very hard. And the only chance they have at coming back at this is the Beatrix. And I hope they are able to hold on long enough.
Yeah. Definitely, but the only hope though, not playing so well though, the KDA is not looking good as well. Really needs to get our farm up. And I love the fact that they've changed the jungling and the objective dances dynamic. You can see that they've realized that, okay, Mlbb can never win a retro battle against Cheesy. So let's just zone Cheesy out and keep him away from the objective. That way we can guarantee that Mlbb gets that retro battle victory over Cheesy. Oh, finds the Abyssal Trap there. That's a 3-second stun on Panda with maximum distance there. Finding another one on Panda. What are you doing, man? Are you just walking into these? The Lord will spawn though, as both teams do what's necessary before the objective dance. Oh, there's a pause.
We have a pause there.
Okay, so far so good. Like I was saying, Emmy, the dynamics of the jungling right now has changed, and I love the fact that Mlbb realized that, okay, Cheesy is OP. No matter the amount of CC we pack on this guy, he just knows how to get that objective. So I give up, and he's the better one. So let's just rethink our strategy and come up with a contingency plan, because in situations whereby you are overpowered and outmatched, You need to think up a way that's going to favor you. You need to use your strength against them. And we've got Panda just shoving himself into the lines aggressively, attracting as much attention to himself. So they can fall for it, because Cheesy cannot resist that urge of engaging. So they're going to distract him while Mlbb takes the objective. What do you think about this strategy? Do you think that's going to help El Cartel secure this one?
I think you mean Shinigami to secure this, but yeah, but I like the fact that you pointed out that Joy knows for a fact. It's like trying to win a retro battle against a Lancelot. It is very hard. It's something that is almost impossible to do, because they can just Frederick can just S1 or Lancelot can just S2, and that deals a lot of damage, and they can just follow up immediately with a retreat, and that is very hard to calculate if you are not the one dealing that damage, because you have to factor in the damage coming in from the mage, from the skirmishes around the turtle pits and all of that. And he knows for a fact that he cannot win a retreat battle unless he is 2 levels ahead. And I like the fact that he was able to pick off, I think, what's his KDA right now? Well, it's 103. It's not exactly bad and it's not exactly good, but he's effective around the map, and he is able to keep them at bay. And like you said, the Panda is able to effectively zone out Cheesy, and Cheesy is quite impulsive, so if he gets too greedy, he will be picked off, and that will make their loss fast track.
Yeah, and definitely I can see the comments there. They're really strangling me for saying can never on Mlbb. Well, I'll give you guys a very nice start. Mlbb, ever since this best of 3, has never actually won a retro contest against Cheesy, while Cheesy is within the Lord dance or the turtle dance. So do whatever you want with that knowledge, but let's get back into this dance here. There's a Lord dance Super Saiyan, though, finding that 3-second stun for Haka with that mobility advantage there. Uses the primal darkness, but both teams will navigate it. Wait, one more time, one more stun on Sky Guy. Are these guys walking into these things? I mean, what is going on here?
Oh wow, that was a bit of a skirmish, right?
Yeah, there's a skirmish there. Penetrate coming in, weakening Panda is the first ball. Appraiser's Wrath will come in. Boye, 2 stacks there. That's not good. That's not good. Mlbb taking out Super Saiyan with a backline dive. That's not looking good. Cutting call on the Frederick, restricting that mobility there. Sky Guy still doing what Panda should have done, but they will try to get Cheesy back in. Cheesy, though, zoned out as Mlbb wins the retro battle. One more time, while Cheesy is zoned out. This is exactly what we were saying. You realize that as Panda died, Sky Guy came out to come and cause a distraction, as big a distraction as you can. Just push Cheesy out of there, and it's working so far for Shinigami. It's working so far for them.
Personally, I wouldn't say Cheesy has a better retro game than Mlbb, but the fact, like I said earlier, is that it's hard to win a retro battle against some certain type of heroes, and they know that for a fact. That's why they're playing around the fact that they need to completely zone him out of the Lord pit, and we have the Lord pushing in here.
Definitely, Lord has a push there, but then we need Feathers for shooting. Oh, Appraiser's Wife comes in as well. Penetrate! Gonna be weakening them up. Cheesy will take out Panda to revenge for that zoning out and that Lord, but that Lord will fall in that bottom lane as both teams will retreat to the wave clear.
If I was Shinigami, I would find a way to end as early as possible, because we can see the Beatrix is coming in with a lot of wave clear.
Yeah,
just look at that.
The Beatrix is already farming up, but then that KD not looking good. If Fenapo shoots that Saiyan, not willing to follow that through though. They're defending that tier 1 on that tier 2 on the mid lane with their lives, Emmy. But Cheesy impulsive as always. The black shoes is now available. Penetrate! Trying to get the Lilia for Conquest. Will clean that up. As Mlbb takes him down. That's revenge. It will dive. Sky Guy. Shield Unity coming in from Panda though. They will retreat to clear the lanes. It's a 1-for-1 in favor of both teams.
And we have Beatrice just building BOD right now. And trust me, immediately she gets that, she already has the Malefic gun, and she has the Rose Gold Meteor for lifesteal at basic and attack speed. Oh wow. of skirmisher.
Yeah, it's done on the knockup on him. Takes him down. Camille Levi. Betters Rage coming in. Wicked in front. That's what I'm saying. I can see it now by Boye. But then again, that's the cutting call from Sky Guy there. Trying to attack Void Hacker. But he will get out of there. Nobody to push that through. Cheesy having the maximum crystal energy right now. Boye poking safely. Matilda will come in to rescue the tackling Eagle out of range. Boye not having that sprint, but still finding the mobility. That's some skill level there, Emmy.
I think we can come to an agreement that no matter how cheesy is impulsive, yeah, he still finds a way to initiate and then get out safely before it becomes an issue. I mean, like let's say 8 out of 10 times he's able to get out of impulsive plays that he made, and they are able to capitalize on that and get a kill off it, as we saw earlier. And like I said, this Beatrice is coming up with a lot of damage because as a frequent player against Beatrix, I don't know how I always have to face her most times. Whenever it gets to the late game, it becomes a menace. Even with your enhanced lord or whatever, you will still get busted down. We have a bit of skirmisher in the last bit.
Still being impulsive as usual, but they will stun him out though. Almost half HP. Sky Guy doing what he should. But then there's coming if I win that one. Jesus, those are 3-man curtain call from Sky Guy as he engages the defender. Sky Guy takes out Cheesy first of all. As they retreat, El Cartel will retreat as Shinigami gains the enhanced lord and will approach from the mid lane. Wow, the Lord approach from the gold lane rather.
Yeah. I think they can still hold on because Cheesy should be back by the time.
Camille Levi! Bennett's rage, electrifying beats defensively. That was a wise call. Yeah,
exactly. You can see the effect of the Matilda. This is what they should have picked last game. They would have won last game if they picked the Matilda, to be honest.
Yeah, that would have been nice because the Beatrix, the respiration there. Sky Guy trying to find one there, but the Lord will approach there, touching more Panther already low, needs to get out of there. Cutting call 2-man, preventing that infernal pursuit on the Phobias, but Super Saiyan finds it back. The money curse, Astaroth's vessel will go down. They find the base with the base. That base is already half HP. Super Hatred trying to clear the minions on the mid there. Not enough. Boye takes it down. The minions are approaching there. He's impulsive, needs to defend, trying to find more victories there. Boye, the cutting call will take him down. Sky Guy doing what on the X we should. So he just out. But Shinigami keeps the Gauntlet roll alive by taking game 3.
Like I said, they didn't have enough wave clear. Apart from the Beatrix that was best, and I think she should have switched her gun actually. But the Selena has close to 0 wave clear, and Fredrin same thing. Same thing for their EXP, and the only person that was their wave clear was the Beatrix. So this kind of comp is that you win early game and then you're able to snowball into the mid and late game. But immediately you start losing the early game, which was very evident because both side lanes were losing. They were losing the matchups. So I think the fact that Shinigami was able to win from early game solidified their win, and they were able to secure the win. And GG's to both teams. What do you think?
Yeah, GG's to both teams indeed. El Cartel, I don't really know what happened there, but that base still, if that was their plan for the third game, then clearly they really need to go and have a contingency plan. But they did do well though. I love the fact that the Beatrix tried. The Beatrix tried so well. You know, like you said, building up and all that. But that early game starts really pulled that down and gave Boye too much of an advantage over her. You know, we thought the Purifier was going to restrict Boye, you know, not having that slow immunity on the sprint, you know. So clearly, it didn't actually restrict him much, even against the Matilda. So that's something that, you know, is really impressive on the Boye. But in the end, kudos to both teams. They all did well. They gave us a show tonight. And kudos to you all that tuned in the stream as well. I can see almost 60-something people. That is crazy. You guys are really, you know, looking forward to this match. And thank you so much for having me on the stream, Emmy. Thank you so much, Emmy. Any final words?
I think I would love to say that I appreciate the fact that a lot of people tuned in to watch the match, and well, there are two big teams, and anybody that plays ML in Nigeria would love to watch this particular showdown, and we'll proceed to provide you with more of this violence as usual. And you guys have a great night, and don't forget to drop a like on the stream. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget to drop a like and also give Stu something because he's the one bringing what you guys are seeing there. I remain Black Matter, your host and your tournament caster for the team fight. And I'll see you guys when we have another tournament schedule. Good night. It's almost midnight, so you guys should probably go to bed.
Yeah,
See you guys
our
around.
ML and get a little bit of losses here and there. Yeah, yeah.
I will end the stream right after saying these
Oh my
words.
god.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm actually ecstatic. But yeah, this was a very good match. Cartel came in trying to traffic some drugs, but they ended up trafficking it else, and they were just shut down like a police squad with extra budget. But yeah, this was a very lovely match. We'd love to see you guys tomorrow. Probably I'll be the one getting piped. I think it's my team. I'm joking. We're gonna see you tomorrow, and as usual, leave a like, drop a comment, and I'll see you next time on the Gauntlet stage.
Take care and peace.